Yo, what's up, everybody? It's your boy, Phantasm Star. And today, with me, we have my good friend Biss.
Well, hello.
And today, we're going to be discussing again about the latest chapters that Biss has read from the Berserk manga. So today, we are going to be We are going to be uh
Covering
covering. Where did we leave off of?
295,
Two
and we're
hundred.
gonna from 295 up to 342,
300.
which is
I thought it was
basically
41. No, 300. Yeah, 4,842.
yeah. I mean, I stopped midway through 342 because it's like no 342 is the chapter where they land on the island. But so basically, what we're gonna cover is so we left off uh with the whole with the Cushion Emperor, being all this big
Yeah.
thing. And we're also gonna cover the arc where they fight the god sea or the sea god, and also and also the chapter where
Dude, that was a good. That was I want to really talk about that one, but we'll get to that later. I want to. That's a
yeah
that's a very hype one for me, to be honest. Uh,
they also have the arc where Rickard slaps Griffith.
dude, don't say it. Oh my god, why did you spoil it?
I mean, we're gonna talk
Calm
about
down. All right, we're gonna start. We're gonna start.
it's so
You
it's
already
so hype.
ruined it. You already ruined it. You already
I
ruined
mean,
it.
it do be like that, sometimes you
No,
just have
no,
to get it
stop talking. I'm taking a hold of this episode now because
out.
okay, so we're gonna go right in. So yeah, they beat the Kushan, or they momentarily beat the Kushan Emperor, and then
Inventory.
yeah, Griffith and his army ends up fighting Kush Emperor and his army. So like, yeah, he turns into like this giant like tree monster Cthulhu thing, and like what the so I guess like the original, like, it was interesting that like this guy was able to create like his own like monsters, like apostles, like not like big apostles, but like I forget what they're called.
I think like there does this possible. So like they're cheap kinda. He basically like captured different apostles, and he made it so like they will when they eat
I thought it was
or they
because I thought it was because of the fact that like he turned his men into apostles by stepping, like when he can possess them. That's what I thought.
I also think that's the case. I mean, wasn't it because like he basically threw them into the wait, let me check.
But yeah, he basically masses an army of like not just just not humans, but like apostles, because like that has a ability sometimes from like some of other apostles, like that fire. What was that? Fairy one. The
Yeah,
Lost Children episode, where
yeah.
she turned two guys into insect apostles. So not entirely like apostles, but something close to that. But anyway, yes. So Griffith and his men end up confronting him, and like I love these chapters. I think that this is some of the best. This is both some of the best writing and some of the best artwork that Kentaro Miura created in like a span of like, this is maybe like 5 chapters at most. Like
It is.
holy
Yeah,
shit,
yeah. It is really. It, arcs like this are the reason why I keep reading manga.
dude! And not only that, but like Sonya's the real MVP in all this, to be honest. Because like as much as Griffith like really rallied like all these apostles and men to fight one another, because when Griffith summoned all of his, like, I forget what they called them, the demon army or whatever, and
Yeah,
like
Demon Army.
up until that point I don't think anybody, wait, anybody really see the apostle forms of some of the knights of some of Griffith's men from the Band of the Falcon?
I mean, from their interaction, I don't think so. I mean, the only one who saw it is like our main cast, and our our guts party, and that's it. I think.
Yeah,
So
but
no, I
it's fun.
mean, yeah.
Yeah. Well, uh, yeah, but I don't think anybody ever saw anybody because like when it's revealed that like these men that they've been fighting beside have been uh like demons, everybody's like shocked, like what the hell is this? Like
Hmm.
because still they were surprised about that because they were like they consider them monsters. And again, it's kind of a very interesting dynamic that Griffith has created where both men and monsters are working side by side, as far as I know, for a common goal. So I found that very interesting. And then Sonya, dude, Sonya was really good in this episode.
Sonia is the one who like actually made this so that people actually believe, because like the Pope, which everyone believes in Griffith, and Sonia to reinforce the belief in the demons, uh made the speech that like trust the demons, trust them, we're gonna fight together, we have to survive. So and so it's more of like, because the situation is like that, they actually like went and fought together with the demon army.
Yeah, I love those panels though, where it's like,
They
dude, I
fight
swear to
together,
God,
yeah.
if you ever wanted to listen to like the soundtrack of Forces, that's when honestly be the perfect point of listening to it because that soundtrack slapped in this scene. But yeah, like I was surprised about I mean, I wouldn't say it was surprising that they decided to work together with the apostles. But I think it was a really I wouldn't say a nice moment, but like a really interesting moment because I'm like these apostles are still like people and do a lot of bad shit, but these guys are looking your way to basically fight beside them. And then yeah, you see like Irvine's apostle form, and I love Irvine. Irvine is amazing.
Irvine was
The archer.
is that part of the demon army, the
Yeah,
one where
yeah.
Sonya. Oh, okay, okay, okay.
You saw
He's cool. I like him. He's like there, and I like like his interactions with Sonya when she gets on top of him, and they fight together, or when she's about to get killed by one of the demons and she is saved by him.
yeah. But yeah, it was like super awesome seeing like all the really nice panels and everything. Like especially my favorite one is Grunbull and all of the giant apostles together. That was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm checking the chapter where the cushion where the cushion emperor like absorbs everything. So basically he absorbs with his demon form, is his fire mode. He absorbs all the apostles which he used to create his demon army. After that he basically like every demon in the city gets like absorbed by a mist, by a fire mist or something like that. Even humans. Okay, I mean it's still confusing, but like it's interesting like
He had to make
how
like he had to make some sort of fodder because I don't think that his men were going to be strong enough. And clearly they weren't strong enough because the ones that he created were had a better chance of fighting the apostles.
yeah.
But anyway, yeah, so we finally cut to uh so after that, yeah, we have Griffith and Zod flying up to confront the Kushan Emperor. And then we get a bit of a flashback about him and understand how he got his powers. Kind of
I
almost
didn't
in
I,
almost the same way. I wouldn't say entirely, but they almost have the same similar like perspective and kind of the same similar backstory, both Griffith and the Kushan Emperor. The only difference is that the
mm,
Kushan Emperor was a little was born in royalty.
I disagree. I disagree. I think like the more I don't think they're really the same in their childhood. It's more like Griffith, was born poor and he wanted his dream was to create a kingdom and one day be the ruler of it. While the Cushion Emperor, I think he didn't really have a dream. It's more like he tried to survive because like every part of his family wanted to kill him.
Hmm.
So it's more like a struggle to survive, and go, not sure like you can say like it's kind of the same that they both want to get on top of everyone to be the ruler, to have their own kingdom. But like I think the way they got there is different. I will
Yeah.
say.
So, but yeah, um, Griffith and Zod end up confronting the Kushan Emperor, and that's when like that's when he like the Kushan Emperor opens up his eyes and it's not Griffith but it's Femento, and I was like, how the hell? Like, I guess like when he, I guess like Griffith has like control over his actual form, and like he can change from Femento to like Griffith anytime he wants.
Yeah.
So
Oh, you mean when Griffith went up to the
yeah,
Kushan
yeah,
Emperor?
and then the Kushan Emperor opens up his eyes, and it's not Griffith, but it's Femento.
To be
So,
honest, I don't know. It's like the whole backstory and the whole like Griffith just going there and destroying it. It kind of like felt anticlimactic. It did. It didn't really
but
feel. I felt kind of off.
I think that to be fair, like it's not supposed to be. I think it's supposed to be like one sided because remember, Griffith is one of the god hands, and the Kushan Emperor is just basically a basic apostle that has unique powers. That was gifted unique powers.
Became too strong, so strong that he couldn't control. And I also like think the Cushion Emperor isn't really strong because like it still has emotions. And so I think that at the end of the day, what like the difference between the Cushion Emperor and Griffith's dream is Griffith will do everything for his dream. Will go through and through everything. Well, with the Cushion Emperor, even if he wanted to go through everything, there's somebody else who has the same dream as him.
Yeah, like
So
I
and Griffith is not just stronger, but like his motivation and his personality is way stronger than a Cushion Emperor.
yeah, but either way, it was all one sided, and yeah, like but still, I think that the idea is that um I think it's like more of the climax of the fight that's basically the biggest part of this chapter.
Yeah,
I
true.
loved what happened next. So yeah, next thing you know,
School
um
Knight came in there and be like, "What are you doing?"
yeah, like he came out of nowhere, or he didn't come out of nowhere. He came out of his like ability to slip through space and all that. And I know I mentioned this to you last week, but I'm gonna say it again. My theory, I have a theory about Skull Knight, and that's like he's one of the former kings or the great king of Midland, because they mentioned about like a great king back in like the uh Golden Age arc, and they talk, and I'm like, you know what? I can actually see that with this with Skull Knight. That's my theory.
Okay, I mean it's plausible, like it's believable. I'm also really curious about Skull Knight. Um, I don't know. I just one day I want Guts, to work together with Skull Knight and like one day defeat the Gothans. Just combo with those two. I feel like what I really want, if I have to be honest, is like one day. I don't know if it will ever come true, but like like just seeing like a squad of like anti god hands and just like being and just just school night gods and other people the same as they are, they're just going on like on journeys to defeat the god hands, and then, like at the end like there's a whole conflict between guts and Griffith, and I will love to see that.
Yeah, but so back to where we were. Yeah, so I forget what from what Griffith says, but like it's so weird that Skull Knight surprised everybody, but he still never got a chance to like even touch Griffith before like the and this is what I love about these final chapters is the fact that this is the big climax where he kills the Kush Emperor and then basically creates like the I think it's called the Roar in what's the thing called? Oh, the Great War of the Astral World, which is like when he kills the Kushan Emperor, and then by creating that, he's able the after effects is that now people can finally start seeing like the other side of the world, you know?
I was confused by that. Like, how did it happen? Like why when I read this, I was like confused. Like, how does this work? Like, how does did the Christian Emperor have like the energy to let people see the demons? Like, I was confused by this.
I think that like again, there's a lot of questions I have to ask about this because they don't really explain about it, but it's like I feel like that the Kushan Emperor was almost like a catalyst of some sorts. Like I guess like I'm not like that's one of the many mysteries of Berserk, I guess. But in doing
Yeah.
so, the astral world and the human world are now combined. So, and I love the panels that
Oh, yeah, true. So the astral body is like something that the physical world cannot see.
yeah,
Okay. So basically, the previous arcs, some people couldn't see the fairies, but now they can because they meshed together thanks to like to the defeat of the Kushan Emperor, I guess.
I think it's also the fact that like some people like I'm pretty sure it's also the fact that like some of the people like you look at Puck and you look at the trolls. I think some of them want to be seen, while some others like choose not to be seen.
But
If
now
that
because of what happened, they are seen even if they don't want.
yeah, like you look at the trolls, which are basically like the trolls, the ogre, and the kelpie. They're all part of the astral world, and I'm pretty sure it's like they're just wild animals. They want like they can't control whether they're seen or not. But if you look at Puck,
Mm.
they want to be seen because, and we'll get to that in a little bit. But yeah, in doing so, he creates they combine both worlds, and in doing so, uh, the new city. All of a sudden, a city appears. A city appears that's been
Falconia,
Falconia, which apparently has been dormant for thousands of years, and I think it was called a lost city that
yeah.
they mentioned. So what did like again? There's so many questions I got asked about this because what's the main plan behind this? Because I feel like that all
There's
this
so
stuff,
many.
all this.
There's yeah.
Go ahead.
There's so many things like I want to know, which I don't. There's no answer to it. For example, why when the Christian emperor died, why there was there like tree formed? Like it seemed like the Yggdrasil, the world tree. Like why did this happen? Like is there a reason for why it happened, or is it just like a metaphor for the astral world and the physical world merging together? Like I have so many questions.
There is a lot
As
of questions,
Yeah, and I mean, yeah,
but yeah, but yeah, in doing so, he creates This is and I love this scene, which is like Griffith finally created his own kingdom, Falconia, which we'll talk about that in a little bit. But yeah, and then everybody on the boat on the seahorse witnesses the great calamity, and in doing so, Guts and everybody in the world now can see um all the mythical creatures that have been hiding out for so long. And you get like kind of like a panel of like oh how it's been affecting people like trolls are now attacking small civilizations. Dude, I love the dragon. I love the detail on the dragon. Um, but yeah, that's pretty much the end of the Millennium Falcon arc leading into the Fantasia arc.
Station. Or
So,
more, but it's at the Sea God arc. It's like
or yeah, Sea God chapter, and that's like between or the Elf Island chapter. So I found like it was interesting because like as soon as the world opened up to like the other side, we got this I found these chapters to be interesting because it was never involving apostles for once. It was involving like an actual like sea god.
Which, to be honest, it didn't. Like when you say sea god, it like when I hear that name, I'm like, okay, so it must be like a really big, really powerful being that like can't be beaten. And but like at the end, he was beaten.
Kinda, kinda. I mean, he did mess some stuff up, but like it wasn't it all that. So, but yeah, like this is again one of the many jokes in the Berserk community, which is like this arc, the specifically the whole boat saga thing, that
Mm.
took forever to do. I think it took like
Oh,
another 10 years just to do these
re-
chapters.
really? Oh, damn.
Well, like it makes sense because like uh again, Kentaro Miura. You know what? A lot of people complain about, but I'm like, dude, you can't complain about this stuff when you're looking at like um the art and how
Pieces.
detailed it is.
They're literal pieces of our artwork.
Yeah. So I like a lot of people feel like they like this arc and they don't like this arc. Specifically the boat episodes, but I think it's good because at the end it kind of like I love the ending of it, which we'll talk about in a bit. So yeah, we're we're introduced to like the sea god, and we're introduced to Yzma.
Isma, we see if you see her like watching the our ship arriving at the island.
Yeah, I like Yzma because she was I don't know, she's a girl that's like kind of new to the world. Like I obviously knew what she was, but like it was still like nice. It was still nice like seeing like oh, there's like this is the other side of the world, we're getting more mythical, and she's like a mermaid.
I mean, at first she didn't know she was a mermaid. If like, I mean, she knew there was something strange with her, but like she didn't really know she was a mermaid up until like the near the end of the arc.
Yeah. So I guess like my main so yeah, we get introduced to the main antagonist, which is like sea god, but is also like Bonebeard, which I found hilarious because like this is what I'm saying. He's like a meme character. He's not powerful, but he's like he's a funny antagonist because he's like he went from slavery to like being a pirate in just like a matter of days, and it's like he ended up becoming like this. I don't even know what to call it. Yeah, like not even a ghost. Not even he's not even dead. He's just like he's possessed by the sea god. He's working for the sea god, and like when he finally confronts like Guts and everybody, they like he everybody forgets about who he is. He's like, haha, I finally caught up to you and all that. I can take my revenge and like, who are you? Like, I love those moments.
I mean, they're not he is not really memorable, to be honest. If
No,
I
it's not memorable. I wouldn't dude, he's not as deep as Griffith in terms of antagonist.
yeah. There was also one shot in the arc where what was he called again? The black-haired guy, the one who commands the ship. Uh,
Roderick?
yeah, Roger. Like went into a room or was about to enter a room, and he was surrounded by like. It's so funny. Well, let me send you the screenshot. This is so funny. It's like funny and creepy at the same time.
Oh yeah, I love that scene where they're
It's really funny.
in that like abandoned village, and it's
Well,
like it's so weird because you think that there'd be red flags all over the place where it's like, oh, this place is like no humans live here, but like these you know seaweed golems live here. I'm like,
yeah, yeah. Did you see the screenshot I sent?
hold on.
This
Oh
is
yeah,
really
yeah. That was
this,
funny. That was funny.
that was
Like all these
but also
seaweed golem
yeah,
things. I'm like, what the hell?
they were also really creepy.
Oh yeah, but yeah, like let's get to the main fight. So which is like so Guts. So yeah, they end up confronting the sea god, and then using but because of like the berserk armor, Guts kind of loses control, and then like
Yeah.
he starts basically eating the sea god.
I
Starts
mean,
eat
part of it.
Yeah, but he also ends up, but because of Seki race, he's able to like get back in control of Guts. So,
Yeah.
but I found
And
oh,
yeah.
that was actually the thing, was that as soon as like Sea God attacks like the village,
Yeah.
um in the commotion, it's revealed that the mysterious boy is on the island with them too. And again, this brings up like a lot of questions. Like every time the mysterious boy shows up, something bad happens. Like so, like happened before where he showed up and they got attacked by like crocodiles, and now he's showing up when like in the middle of a commotion
To
with like
calm Guts down, because like it was the kid who like went to Guts in his armor and like calmed him down.
yeah. So I found that like so interesting. But what happened? So after that, everybody jumps back on the seahorse, and then Farnes summons the four kings to protect the ship from the astral projection. Um, I think that like at this point that they also help like yeah, I think this is the first time that Farnes ended up using like magic in this arc.
Yeah. So they went back to the ship. She was to like put a barrier around it, not really like instructed by Sakurai,
And then yeah.
and then Sakurai, not really like not her body, but like her like astral form, went together with Guts towards the sea god to defeat him.
Yeah, so let's get right down to the main fight. So yeah, they end up fighting the sea god, uh, and then it's revealed that Yzma transforms into a marrow. What else was there?
Yeah, I mean, she when Isidro like fell in the water in the sea, Isma like you know went into the sea or threw herself, and there was she like said before that like when she went to the sea, she has always felt felt a voice coming towards her,
Hmm.
but this time it was really strong. So she naturally like transformed then into a marrow.
Yeah, I wasn't surprised about that to be honest, because I felt like his whole thing with I kind of knew that she was like a mermaid of some sort, because she was definitely. It was like, why is there like a human girl out in the middle of nowhere, you know? But
Yeah,
I'm glad. I'm also glad that she ended up joining Guts' party.
yeah. She also like met her mother again, and they together. Like when Guts was about to kill the sea god, like he because of the pressure he lost control kinda. But because of the singing of the mermaids or marrows, like the sea got weakened and Guts was able to slice him,
Hmm.
which then no he was stuck in there because like no, he was the seagull fell to the bottom of the ocean, but thankfully they saved him.
Yeah, but yeah. So they finally beat. So they kind of beat the sea god. I can't tell if they beat the sea god or if they just momentarily, because of the help of the mermaids, they were able to somewhat beat him.
I mean, Guts basically sliced the core of it, so I mean, what more can you say if it's not killed?
Yeah. So I'm gonna say, I'll leave that up to interpretation about it. I think that they somewhat beat it, but like I don't think they did. Because for a very powerful character like a sea god, I'd be surprised.
Mm, yeah.
But anyway, so they finally beat. So they end up continuing on their journey, and they end up, yeah, bringing Yzma with them. So
Oh
we're
yeah, yeah. But wait, before we continue, the one chapter where Guts is back on the ship and he's dreaming about different things.
yeah, I forgot to
He
mention that.
and like towards the moon, you can see like a branch of the tree, and you see that kid on one of the branches, and I'm like, what is the kid like part of the moon? What?
Yeah, like again, the mysterious boy ends up like he has a vision of him on like this in the starry skies. It's like there's a lot of mysteries behind it, but
I mean, it
uh,
was not dreaming. It was actually on the tree. Like there was a visible tree or something like that, and that kid was on top of it. And it was not a dream. It was not in Guts' dream. It was actually like in the in the world.
yeah. So wait. Did they mention about like I think it was at the end of this chapter. Yeah, so he ends up dozing off, and then he has like his flashbacks of the eclipse, and then
Yeah,
that's when like Guts remembers what Skull Knight was talking about Guts and Casca, which is like is like this journey to help regain her memory really what she wants, or was it really what he wanted?
mm,
I know I
yeah.
found that very thought provoking.
It's like it's basically this journey is like, what are you doing? Like, Guts, what's your objective? Like, what are you gonna do after it? Or like, is it truly what she wants? You know.
Yeah, because he's like his whole mind says like if she brings back her sanity, what will happen next? Like, will she remember everything that happened? Will she like remember Guts and
Yeah,
Griffith?
because the reason why her memory, why she's no memory is because of what Griffith did to her. So like, imagine if she remembered everything that Griffith did to her.
Yeah,
And
so I think it was very interesting because like it was because you look at even when she's in her like state that she is in right now, she the entire time like she they've had a very difficult journey together so far during time that she got her from like what was the people like the conviction arc all the way
yeah,
up until now, which is like she's been I wouldn't say she's been difficult, but she's definitely been like not the easiest traveling buddy. You know what I mean?
I mean, the reason why the conviction arc even started was because of Casca.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, like I don't know, but like during that time, like he's been tested so many times, like because you know he somehow believes that he'll be able to get her sanity back, but like at the same point, it's like he's contemplating like what will happen next, and it makes sense because like after what she's been through, it's you have to ask that question yourself. But
Yeah.
yeah, so we take a quick break from like the actual main story. We cut to flashback from Guts, and I in my opinion, I really love these chapters. This is like,
I mean, I didn't really care about it. Yeah, it was like whatever. To be honest, I didn't. I already saw enough of Guts' backstory. As much as like Guts, it's like, yeah, nice, we solved this, but like,
dude,
you
I
know,
cried during this. What are you talking about,
what do you mean? How can you cry? What?
dude? Cheat was amazing.
Wait, are we talking about the same chapters where basically you saw Guts close, like getting betrayed by that one guy, and
Yeah,
then like,
I
what's emotional? It's like he met this fairy.
yeah, I love that fairy
I
because
mean, I mean,
I
yeah, but like, you know, yeah, but that's it.
I don't think it was like I think it was just a lot of emotion during that thing, which is like,
Yeah, but what does this?
but it means that somebody actually cared about. I think, in my opinion, I think it's supposed to be the idea is like he met this one thing that actually seemed to care about him, despite the fact that she knew nothing about him. Like she spent her entire life in jail, and she's only known like people that haven't really had like the same feeling, like same sanity as like a person like Guts. And then like when she finally meets somebody, she ends up like using up all of her powers to heal him up, but in doing so, she loses her life. And I was like, damn, bro, that was like,
I mean, I don't think she lost her life. More like
No, she did.
she,
She used up all of her like petals and everything that like from her flower, and that's how she ended up losing her life.
yeah, but she's a fairy. She can't die really. She's more like she run out of energy. It's difficult to. I don't think it's like a fairy can easily die that way.
Hmm. I don't know,
I
man. No,
I mean, you
no,
will.
I don't know. You take it up to interpretation, but yeah,
Yeah, it's not. It's not. I don't think there's a different. She doesn't say. There's nobody in the chapter who say like she died.
yeah. But I think it was very nice. Where it's just like I don't know, man. I love Cheat, and I really loved. I don't know. I was sad during like those episodes. I feel like when people talk about Guts' backstory, that this whole thing was nobody really talks about it, and then like I felt so bad for her because she never really knew what the outside world was like because her entire like her whole life was like supposed to be um confined to that one flower, but like in doing so, like the fact that she lost her life doing it was like I don't know, very emotional for me. I felt like that it gave
Maybe.
Guts hope at the same time.
I mean, I think the reason why I didn't feel that emotion was because I didn't see that way. I
Yeah,
didn't see it. I don't think she died. That's my way of thinking.
yeah, but yeah, like we cut to that and then we go back. So let's talk. So now we cut to
Ricker.
actually this is what I kind of like about this is that this isn't just like Guts's arc. This is like so many other people's arcs because we catch up with
Mhm.
Ricket and what's the girl's name? Erica.
Yeah, Erica.
So yeah, they're ended up fleeing from a bunch of trolls. So we catch up with them. They end up leaving Goto's place, and they end up going to um they're running away from trolls, but then after that they're like saved by Irvine and the members of the Band of the Falcons.
Yeah.
S- So I think that I think Rickett was asking like, oh, like why is like the apostles working with the humans now? Because he hasn't really experienced what's been going on in the last couple months since
Mm-mm.
like since he probably left since Guts and Costco left to go on their journey.
Mm-mm.
So anyway, yeah, so they're saved by the Band of the Falcon and they end up being escorted to Falconia. So what did you think of Falconia?
It looks nice. It looks like a peaceful place, but it's, this is the thing. It's like every kingdom, every city, one day will have a fall down. Like one day they will like have like they will go into ruin. But the main question is like as much as I think like it's a nice looking city, and the whole thing of like the demons are have us their own part of the city where they actually like try to fight each other to hold their murder thingy. Like they all they are aggressive at the end of the day. They're still demons, and so like will this peaceful vibes continue, or will one day go into ruin? That's my question.
Yeah, that's why I always wondered because it's like it seems like because we can't forget. Oh yeah, because when the clan or the astral worlds combine, you get like brief shots of all the god hands, and like you get a shot of Conrad, um, S- Void, and I forget the guy's name. I forget the other one's name, which is like they're basically symbolizing that they're entering into the world now. So kind of like Griffith. So I found that very interesting. But yeah, so we're introduced to Falconian. Everything's like all peaceful. You know, everybody from apostles to humans to even Kushans live together in almost in peace. So yeah, so Rickett and Erica end up coming over there, but Yeah, so let's actually talk about the main part. So, uh, Rickett is escorted to this dark void that's like far away from Falconia, which I found very interesting. What did you think about so when they end up going there, revealing all the apostles and what they do in their free time? I'm like, really? Nobody's actually I guess nobody's like casually just walks over there.
I mean, the reason why is because naturally, like they have to satisfy like the demons fighting thingy. Like the demons always want to fight, So
Yeah, so I found that very interesting. But yeah, let's get to the main point part. Dude, I love these like two chapters. It was so fun. Dude, I have so much respect for Rickett after this.
Rickard, yeah,
So
Rickard. Rickard just going there be like, yeah, I heard something from Guts. I can't hate you. God said to me, I can't hate you. But you know what?
yeah,
I'm gonna slap
he's
you.
not gonna be a part of it, dude. That was so great because like throughout you know all the time that Rickett's been introduced, he grew up from like this kid who you know liked who respected Griffith all his life, and then the eclipse happened, and he still respected Griffith. But like when Guts told him about it, I love how like his perspective on this is that he doesn't have to hate Griffith at the same point like Guts does.
He can't shoulder the burden because like he wasn't there.
Yeah, but even then, he still felt guilty about it.
Yeah.
Like up until that point, he thought that Griffith was also dead. Um, but what I found like the dude, I love that scene because like it was so funny because like you know Griffith is like one of the most powerful characters in this universe, and yet like you have Rickett, this like young man, just basically slaps him. I'm like, God damn, I have so much respect for you, Rickett, so much. But yeah, like I love that and I think in second time in his life, this is the second person ever to actually reject Griffith.
In
Like,
this new life.
yeah, or I think just in the series in general because first it was Guts rejecting like him being part of the Band of the Hawk, and then after that there was Rickett basically saying like as much you guys are part of the Band of the Falcon, I was a part of the Band of the Hawk. Like
Oh, that's yeah. That's I'm saying this like the old ones were the Falcons, but on the Falcons, not Ben the Hawk. Ben the Hawk is the new one.
none yeah, Band of the Falcon is the one that they're in right now, and then Band of the Hawk. So
Yeah, no, the Ben the Falcon is the old one.
Band of the Falcon. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No,
Yeah,
no,
so
no. Okay.
yeah, yeah. Ben the Falcon is the old one. Ben the Hawk is the new one.
Yeah. So, but what did you think of that scene? I know how much you loved it, but I want to hear a little bit more about what you thought of it.
I, w- I was satisfied.
I
I
was
I
too.
at that moment I was like, yes, this is how I feel. This is like what I wanted from the beginning of like after the Eclipse arc. You know,
Yeah, I felt like it was very much deserved. I mean, like I'm glad for Rickett's resolve. I really admire him. I really admire that about him. But yeah, so
although
yeah. Oh
what I have to say is that one guy, where is he? How's it called again? That one guy with long hair who's observed.
uh, I forget the guy's name, but yeah.
How's it called again? The fucker. Um. Is this Judeo? Nee.
No, it's
Uh, no, it's not. It's not the right one. Zod. Is it Grumbelt or
no,
Locust?
no, 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 no. Let me see. I gotta do all this again. Okay.
Is it Rakshas?
I have no idea.
Oh shit. Let me find because like that guy, I don't like him. I think he's a prick. He's it's I just don't like him.
Yeah, like uh Raksha? No, not Rakshas. I think it's
Uh,
Locust. Yeah, it's
is it
Locust.
low?
Yeah, it's
I think
understandable because again, he's very loyal to Griffith. He's basically like Poof from Hunter x Hunter. Like if you can compare the two. But like I guess
I don't like him. He's like, I'm gonna get revenge because you slept. No one can. The Griffin is sacred. Oh, I don't like him.
yeah, so he has like real Poof energy. But
Yeah, it's a close-minded minds, honestly.
again, he's very loyal to Griffith. Makes sense because like they're all he basically is like the king of all of them. So it's like it's understandable why he would say that or why he would feel that way. Um I don't know. I think he's an average character. Not really
Don't
anything
like.
like until we know more about him. But
I hate him. I just want Griffin. I just want Guts to go there and like cut him in half and just be like, okay, you're shit. No,
yeah.
I seriously don't like him. I really don't like
All right, all right, all right. So
him.
we'll so yeah, we cut to Rickett helping out some people with their whatever it was or with creating a fire hose. But then I love the part where it's like he's standing by himself in like the like cat like an area and then he's confronted by one of the members of the Falcon
Well,
Rakshas.
Hawk, Ben of the Hawk.
Oh yeah, or whatever, Reborn Band of the Falcon or Hawk or whatever. But you know what I'm talking about,
Yeah,
Rakshas.
yeah, yeah. Yeah.
So he's confronted by him, and I still like this character because I found him interesting. But he's about to attack Rickett when all of a sudden he's interrupted by
Silat.
feel
And it's true. Yeah, I like him. I really like Silat. Like in the beginning, I was like, okay, who's this guy? But like now, I like him. Like he is somebody who is there, but like he, you know, ha- he's like a complicated character. I will say. Sometimes you be like, okay, is now an ally or not? Because like,
yeah, like him, like it's. I think at the same point, it's like he. That's a good question because like when you're first introduced to him, he's introduced as a mercenary that's part of the Kushan army. Then when this time skip happens, he is revealed to be a part of the Kushan army. But then after that, they lose, and he basically like it's a good question about like what his character really is because I feel like he's an ally trying to be like, but at the same point he's trying to like do his own thing. So I find his character very complex and interesting. But yeah, we're in. So he saves Rickett, and they end up deciding that they're going to escape Valconia using what's the guy's name? Daiba, Daiba, Daiba. You know what I mean? The old man that can control like the animals. So he ends up, and I find his character very mysterious.
yeah. I mean, I mean, we will see more of it. I think honestly, after they escaped from Falconia.
Yeah. Anyway, so we end up. So they end up escaping Falconia. And they're getting chased after by. Um, they end up getting chased after by like Rakshas, but they end up escaping.
Yeah.
And I think that's it. Like, I think
We
is
are
there?
we also see one of my favorite characters in Berserk in the Falconia arc.
Which one?
The one girl who also was in the Conviction arc, which I
Oh
like
yeah,
a
yeah,
lot.
yeah, yeah. I really like her. Her character is
She's
really good.
yeah, she's awesome. I like her. But like after that, they escaped. And then we return to and then this basically where I stopped, where like they arrived at Alfheim.
Yeah, yeah,
That
yeah. But what? Actually, let me ask you a question. So first of all, we actually get introduced to Raksha as a possible form, which I was surprised about. Which I was and wasn't surprised about. It was like some giant cloaked monster. So I'm like, okay, I can't believe he's doing that in the middle of the city.
Yeah, I was also like, are you sure you're doing this? You know, aren't you like, trying to protect people? So like, yeah.
Again, he has his own agenda, which I find very interesting. But yeah, so I guess my main question is that where do you think that Ricket ended up flying to?
I don't know. I mean, the what that guy Isla or something like that. Like he said, he was gonna bring them to their hidden village.
Mm-hmm. Where do you think
So
that is?
I don't think it's not in the Kushan territory, or is it?
I think it is definitely in the Kushan Empire, but I don't know where exactly.
Yeah, so I'm curious about that. Maybe like because Rickard is good at making things. Maybe he will do something. Who knows? I want to know how the story will continue with Griffith having like now that Griffith has Falconia. What's Griffith's objective? Like what does he want to do?
Yeah, again, that's the main question that I think that's the looming question about all this in the chapter because I feel like up until that point there's not a lot of mystery involved in you know the boat arc,
Yeah,
which is
yeah.
like I think that the main question that I think my two main questions is that you know first is obviously like how did the Kushan Emperor, how did like the astral world uh was created for the Kushan Emperor, and two, like what's the main objective of like the of like Griffith and the God Hand, because it feels like my theory is that they're using Griffith because I feel like that Falconia is like almost like they're hurting people in to do something, but I don't know what.
Hmm.
That's my
Something like
theory.
something like in what I was Full Metal Alchemist.
Almost like, almost like because I feel like that they're trying to gather as many human sacrifices all in one spot to you know
But then again, yeah, but like it's like I don't know, but like that, but that will go against Griffith objective because like Griffith, even though he's part of the god, that he cares more about his own objective, which is having his own kingdom.
yeah, because
So
you look at like what he's created, but it's kind of his like his own vision of the world. Like you look at like he always wanted like a kingdom of his own, and he finally got it. But I feel like that like that's what I find interesting is the fact that is this like who's Griffith? Is it Griffith that wants a kingdom of his own, or is it Femento?
I
Because
mean, I mean, the reason why he even became a golden was because he wanted to do his objective. I don't think like I don't think Griffith wants to be evil just to be evil.
yeah, but at the same point, like he has done some heinous stuff. So
Yeah, because because of his own objective. It doesn't. It didn't. All the things he did, for example, killing his friends. He did it for one reason, and not to, and just not to be even. It was horrendous. Everything else, to break guts. He, at the end of the day, he still is doing it for his own objective. You know.
yeah, like again, his whole thing about creating his own kingdom and his own, and also the fact that like he finally achieved his goal, and now like, but now we have to ask what happens next. But yeah, I'm very. It's again one of the many mysteries of Berserk that I absolutely love. But yeah, like, what did you think of these last couple of arcs?
I liked
Or
him as always. I really liked him. Like the last the all the arcs after Berserk, I really liked him. I mean,
after
all the
Berserk?
arcs. Jesus Christ, all the arcs after the clips are really good. So I mean, I wanna like when I finish Berserk, I wanna like rank them and see how which one I like the most. But like so far, I really like this one. You know,
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people didn't like it simply because of the fact about how long it took.
I
But I
mean,
feel,
fair enough. Those I mean, I can see why.
but again, knowing what we know now, plus what plus like again this stuff that Kentaro Miura created isn't just simple like you know. There's some people I'm surprised about that's able to complete like such complex artwork, like one in what's the guy in Oda, but at the same point, like this is very detailed. This is very detailed art because
Yeah, it is.
like like the entire like you look at the last five chapters as prime example, and it's like that this isn't something you can like create in a day, you know.
I mean, I really can see I can see why it's like takes more time to like make just because of how much like each character has.
Yeah, for the amount of time that like they spent he spent working on this stuff, like it was yeah, I'm just like I love Kentaro Miura's art, and I think that like this was some of the best stuff he's created because I felt like he had fun creating all this. But yeah, we finally reached the island Elfheim, and next week we will be talking about chapters 342
Up
up
to
and
the end.
oh dude, I cannot. Oh my god. This is like if you I love Elfheim. Elfheim's so good.
Honestly, if it's that good, maybe it would be like my favorite arc.
Well, we will see. But yeah, I really want to hear about your opinion about the ending.
Okay, I'm gonna read it then, and we will see how it will go then.
Yeah. But is there anything else you want to discuss before we end it off?
No, I don't think so. I mean, we spoke about everything that we wanted, about everything in the arc. So,
Fair enough.
I guess, yeah, fair enough.
All right. Well, thank you everybody for listening to this episode. I really appreciate it. I know Biz appreciates it. But
Mhm.
um yeah, I hope you guys all have a wonderful day. Please make sure you like, subscribe, comment on this video, ring the bell notification bell so you can get updated on future episodes. Until then, love for everybody. Bye.